Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason. As always, my co-host, the voice of MMA in Utah, Mr. Zack Partridge.
What up, dog?
How you doing?
Peace, dog.
I'm a little carb overloaded today with our brunch at Black Bear Diner.
Yeah.
It was good. Those pancakes are freaking bomb.
I went easy on the pancakes.
You did go. Oh, you did have to go a little easy on the pancakes.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about why you went easy on the pancakes?
Yeah, we can start with that.
Yes. Let's do it. Zach has some exciting news for you guys.
Yeah, so back at it. October 23rd. I just got the contract like right before we went on air. Still fist contract. So back down at welterweight, October 23rd. Just quick turnaround. We're gonna, fight on July 31st. Take one still fish show off and get right back on it. So yeah, we're just gonna sign the contract right here.
So what do you know about your opponent?
I don't know much.
You're just signing it. Who cares, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I knew I wanted to get back in there quick. I don't really care for fighters that try and pick and choose fights, and I'm critical of it. So it'd be pretty hypocritical for me to try and pick and choose.
Yeah.
And they brought one guy to me, and they brought another guy to me, and I pretty much just said, yeah, just anybody that'll make weight 170 pounds and show up and won't pull out, I'm down. So,
Kai.
There we go.
Smells like. Love it. We got to get Kai on. He's got some news to
we absolutely
talk about
need to get Kai on. So, yeah, man, we just get back at it. Fighting I just know he's a tough kid from Idaho. He's 5-2. Marco or Tony or something Rodriguez.
Tony Rodriguez or something like that.
It depends. I don't know. So whatever. He's never fought for Still Fist before, so I'll get to welcome him into that cage for my 7th fight for Still Fist.
Exciting. I love it.
I'm excited to not be doing like a main event title fight too. It's like as much as I like doing that stuff. 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
Sounds like a party.
Yeah. You want to be able to walk out of the cage on your own.
Yeah. I mean, we're not doing that again.
You don't want to get dragged out of the cage.
We're not doing that again. We're not doing that again. No.
Oh, man.
I would like it to not go the distance.
We have some other Steel Fist news that I don't think we've told anybody what we're going to be doing tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going the other direction. I was like, wait,
no, what we're doing tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. So if you can't so you won't see our booth there because we will be cage side commentating, Jason and myself. So we're just taking the podcast straight.
Taking our podcast to Steel Fist tomorrow night, baby. I'm excited. This is my first time. You've done it.
I've been doing it for Fierce. I'll continue to do it for Fierce. I love doing it for Fierce. But it'll be fun I'm grateful that Steel Fist kind of finally given me and us the opportunity to do it together. So that's going to be fun too. So if you can't make it to the fights, definitely tune in. We'll keep it fun for everybody.
Yeah, of course.
And please, if there's any issues going on, please don't text me while I'm on air. Please.
Zach's
inevitably every time.
ADD cannot take it.
Inevitably every time I'm like commentating on Fierce. And
like this, kind of like that.
Yeah, just like that. The only reason why it caught my attention, usually I can stop, but I literally had a guy just call me from Mexico, and I'm like, oh, spam, right?
Yeah.
Just got a text message from a Mexico number, somebody looking for insurance. Just so you guys know, if you need insurance.
Zach does insurance.
I do it, but geez.
So, yeah, a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Before we get to the breakdown of UFC Vegas 37, we wanted to talk about a few things. One of them was the recent retirement of Carlos Condit and Joey B, both retiring from MMA. What are your thoughts?
Joseph Benavidez might be – it's him or Cerrone, I think, that might be the best UFC fighters ever to never wear UFC gold.
Yeah.
When I think of Joey Benavidez, I think of a guy that was always elite, always at the top. But, he'd be Daniel Cormier if John Jones had stayed clean.
Yeah, he really would.
You know what I mean? He was the man forever, but could never get past Mighty Mouse, and then lost twice to Figgy, and it was pretty much like, how's that time?
What do you think about him? I mean, because he's kind of one of the original ones that kind of pioneered that 125, 135 division that kind of gave the smaller guys, they kind of gave them a weight class basically and showed them that it could be a thing. Well, there's some of the funnest weight classes right now.
Well, him and so people that aren't paying attention. Remember, the flyweight division was kind of dead going away because Mighty Mouse's dominance. The thing is for me, his season with Henry Cejudo on The Ultimate Fighter to try and find the next challenger.
Yeah.
I thought brought a lot of good and positive attention to the flyweight division. It let everybody kind of know, there was a lot of flyweights that came from that. Brandon Moreno was on that season. Pantoja was on that season. Kai Car France was on that season. I mean, lots of flyweights were on that season that we all know now. And Joey Benavidez and Cejudo coaching it.
Yeah.
Like from that season, I feel like, he's the one that like, not only was he dominant in the UFC for a long time, but he was also the one to be like, no, we still belong here for the flyweights.
Yeah. He, one of my favorite pictures is that one from when he fought Figgy and Megan Olive sitting outside the cage, looking into the cage after he just got smashed by Figgy.
Yeah.
It was a pretty powerful picture. But,
man, if I was Joey B, I'd just rather go home to Megan Olive and not get killed by killers every night either. Like if they're going to give him scrubs.
Yeah, but why not?
Easy fights. But like, dude, those guys, they're killers now.
Yeah.
That flyweight division, they're killers now. But he's one of those guys that set the bar high.
Yeah.
That said, okay, we got to be that and more to get to the top.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. And then Carlos Conduit, like his nickname says it all, the natural born killer. I think he was a big part that influenced and got a lot of the early fans into MMA.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Both those guys. I like to see them kind of going out on their own terms too. I mean, maybe Joey B was kind of on the way out. Carlos Condit's kind of almost on his way out, but they made the decision to, hey, it's time to hang.
And Conduit looked good in his last
couple fights.
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I like it when they go out on their own terms and they're not going out because it's like Chuck Liddell style where it's like, I still want to fight and everybody has to be like, no, bro, you're done. No.
Evander Holyfield.
No, bro, you're done. Bro. Is he done yet? Is he officially done yet?
I don't know. Bruce said something about Faki's killer only getting 6. I'm not sure about that story, Bruce. I don't think I can really comment on it because I don't know the details on it.
I don't know.
Somebody in New Zealand apparently killed somebody in their house. I don't know all the details. So
the 5 Vaca's killer. That's the guy that was Israel Adesanya's teammate, if I remember.
Oh yeah. What? Oh no, Israel Adesanya's teammate is the one that got killed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See, I still don't know the whole backstory.
I don't know the story. Where is it?
Yeah. See, I don't know.
Yeah. See, we're not like the cops there. I mean, that sucks and that's horrible.
He was the training partner. I thought it was
the killer. Flybox killer only got 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the training partner.
Yeah.
He's the one that passed away, unfortunately. So again, like I can't really speak onto it. I obviously think it's a shame anybody get murdered, but like that's not even this country. I don't understand their laws or processes or anything. But I'm grateful to live in America.
I don't know, but kind of want to research it now and see all the details on it. So
maybe we'll have to look into it a little bit more and figure it out.
I might have to follow that one back up on Monday.
Thanks, Bruce. Thanks for listening, watching.
Next up, we had another thing. Ariel Helwani tweeted out that there's a new fight league that's coming out. What is it? The World Fight League?
World Fight, yeah, it's
WFL, World Fight League, and I don't remember the whole breakdown. Do you have it pulled up where they said what they were going to pay the fighters? Apparently, it's this new league, fight league.
No, I don't have it pulled up.
Anyways, Ariel's, I don't know if he's backing it, if he's some of the money on it. I don't know the whole situation on what he's doing, but it sounds like they're trying to bring in another fight league.
Everything that basically the UFC fighters want and that are complaining about, that's what That's what. Sorry, I'm just trying to look this up.
What's the saying? The grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Yeah, we were talking about this over our brunch. Dude, that sounds so. I can't say that. Not manly. Me and you were at brunch together, but we were.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went to brunch, and I don't like the way that sounds at all. But we talked about it. So I feel like the UFC fighters want their cake and eat it too, right?
Yeah.
They want their freedoms and stuff like this. So if they want like a salary and like a base to be taken care of, better fighter pay, better medical insurance, pensions, 401k, all this stuff. Oh, so you want to be an employee?
Sounds like it.
So what happens when the UFC says, okay, we'll do this? Everybody gets $50K base salary.
Yeah.
Everybody gets, like when they come into the UFC, right? Obviously,
yeah.
Contracts get negotiated, right? You get a 2-year, $50,000 salary.
Yeah.
With $10,000 a year stipend to pay your coaches and your team.
Yeah.
On top of that. Sounds pretty reasonable. Oh, health insurance is included now, right? Your company, it's the law. They have to do health insurance now. That's why I didn't like that. That's why I didn't like that brunch. Thanks, babe. And all these things. So what happens when the UFC says, no, we own you. You're an employee. You're not an independent contractor anymore. You are an employee. And by the way, you're a 145er. Well, we just had a 145er drop out due to a injury a week ago. Yeah. We need you to hop on the airplane and come fight. I'm not in shape. Not our problem, dude. Like, that's the stuff that they're going to run into. And I don't think they've totally thought that through yet. If they're their employer and they're getting all these things that they want, which maybe is good, are they really okay? Like, at that point, you're working for the man.
I actually had a situation, didn't have anything to do with fighting, but when I was in the car business and I started buying and selling cars, I had the option of staying an employee at the dealership that I was working at, or I could become 1099. And there was benefits to both, but they gave me the option. They gave me the option and said, hey, you can stay an employee. You can stay an employee and I can get all my benefits, or you can be a 1099. And there was also some things that there were some things on there that, maybe I don't want to be that. So if I lost money on a car, if I was an employee, they would eat a bigger portion of that. But if I was an independent, I had to eat the bigger portion as an independent. Mm-hmm. But I get the tax benefits. There's a lot of things. Of course,
I did the 1099.
I want to do the 1099.
I guarantee it.
I'm betting on myself.
Bet on myself every time, right? And I think that's what the fighters would do, is bet on themselves. Most fighters and most successful fighters, the fan favorites, things like that. Yeah. Dustin Poirier, right? He's like, I'd get the title fight right now, or I can get the payday with Conor. As long as I win that, then I'll get the title shots coming anyways. I'll bet on myself, take the payday and the title shot. It's worked out for him very nicely. Thank you very much. Yeah. He's now fighting Oliveira after 2 giant paydays from fighting Conor.
Yeah. Maybe they do something like that to give guys. I mean, there's a guy.
But here's the thing, right? So like you hear stuff like this. What if Dustin Poirier, because he's an employee now, doesn't have the opportunity to go get that payday against Conor? What if they say, no, you're the number 1 contender. You're going to fight Charles Oliveira.
Give a guy like Dustin Poirier would obviously opt out, in my opinion, would opt out of that.
Or do they give him the option like the car dealership?
Or give him the option, or for like your first contract, a guy that's coming off the Contender Series. Hey, we're going to guarantee you for this next year to help you with your training and help you with all this stuff, which they kind of already set that up with the UFC PI if you want to relocate and go to Vegas.
But by the way, you're no longer making 12 and 12.
Yeah. You're no longer making 12 and 12. We're going to guarantee you whatever, 75 grand for the year, 100 grand.
It's probably going to be more like 5 and 5 because they're giving them a base.
Yeah. Give you the base. Maybe we'll give you a win bonus. Something, matter of fact. That might help some of these young up and coming guys.
Or they get that base and they don't get a show fee because they only get win bonuses.
I mean, there's guys that we know personally that are damn talented fighters that, that could go a long way if you give this guy $2 or $3 grand a month to help pay for expenses. And obviously the situation is different for everybody. But.
Well, let's take a local favorite, Cole Schaefer, that we both know.
Yeah.
He still has his full-time job. Mm-hmm. Fighting in the winter can get tough for him because He plows roads as part of his job, stuff like that. So things get a little busier. He has to work overtime. Can't train the way he knows that he should as a professional fighter.
Yeah.
If he had the option to be able to just pay the salary to fight, to pay their bills, like, you know what I mean? Because that's the other side. The hard thing is it's the life of a fighter is currently constructed is not a good life for a family. If you're trying to make your career, right? Because either you see a lot of it on like you watch it on like the Ultimate Fighter when they do like the at-home videos. Why they're trying to make it, their girlfriend or wife is the one that's out earning the money, and they're like the stay-at-home dad or whatever, and have to take their kids to the gym with them or figure things out that way. Having an actual like contract, so all they had to worry about, so their it's just it's really hard. So then you get these fighters that are super talented. They don't feel comfortable getting into serious relationships, starting a family, things like that, because they can't provide for them the way that they feel like that they need to. I mean, there's no right or wrong. I have no judgment. People do it either way. It's just hard.
Yeah. It's I think what people miss with this stuff too is the UFC, the UFC and the MMA just in general, it's still a fairly new sport. Like there's going to be some growing pains with the pay structures and the different leagues coming in, but now you're starting to see options. There are options for these guys now. They don't have to go to the UFC. I mean, that's still the standard, but there's guys in the PFL making a great living. There's guys in Bellator making a great living. There's guys in ONE making a great living. Oh, speaking of ONE, did you see? Sorry to distract. I can't believe I missed that. But Demetrius Johnson, Rodtang, what?
Sign me all the way up.
Sign me up. And it's alternating MMA Muay Thai rounds.
Which is weird.
Why
can't we do more of that stuff?
I love that. I love what ONE's doing. I love what ONE is doing.
Well, commissions are a lot more. I don't know if they have a commission over there, do they?
I don't know.
But like they allow them to do like
you have two guys that are high level athletes that are agreeing to do this. Let them do it. What happens in that fight? Like
Demetrius should probably try and submit him.
Try to take him down and just submit him.
MMA rounds.
If he submits him, do they get to go another round and do stand up Muay Thai?
No, fight's over.
That's kind of not fair, though.
Is it?
Well, I guess it is, because if Rodtang knocks him out, which I don't think would happen, but let's just say he knocks him out.
He got knocked down his last fight.
Yeah. You know what made that so cool was he was the one advocating for the knees, and he gets caught with it. Well, he was one of the ones that said, "Hey, that should be legal. They should be.
It should be."
Yeah.
And you know what? He owned it after. He's like, "Yeah, it was a clean shot.
Yeah, it was a clean shot.
Good for him." Man, that's another thing about MMA that's so arbitrary and it's so weird for me to wrap my head around. Some things are okay, but some things aren't because they're too violent. It's like, bro, we're knocking each other out.
Didn't we talk about it last week? You can literally elbow somebody in the head, and split their head open.
Yeah.
Like,
no, but I'm just saying, like, just take your fingers and just grind it on your elbow.
Oh.
And it's like, and now imagine somebody putting, like me, like 180 pounds of force behind that. And it's like, that's legal. That's okay. I could probably split your skull in half.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't, but like a professional fighter could. You get your skull split from something like that. But hey, don't stomp on his knee. Don't knee him in the head on the day.
It seems like the people making these decisions are kind of like our politicians these days. They don't really.
It's the guys making rules in college football that never played football.
Never played college football. It's like, how are you going to make a rule in fighting if you've never fought before? Shouldn't the guys that are actually in the cage be making the rules? Like, if they're all okay with it,
right? Or
if you go into a fight and you say, "Hey, Zack, you know what? Don't do that freaking kick to my knee. Like, let's just put that in the contract." None of those. Don't do it,
dude. I've always said that. That's one thing that they should actually, I think, open up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Too is like let the fighters or the managers negotiate what's allowed and not, including performance-enhancing drugs. Hey, I like it. I want testosterone levels up to 1,000. You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
You're like,
I'm cool with it.
You're like, I want testosterone levels up to 2,800. Yeah, just put me on
all the gas.
Give me the VTOR.
Give me the VTOR treatment.
Or something like that. I want to take a little D-ball before I walk out. He's like, cool, I'll be on Adderall. I don't know, whatever. Just let him hurt. Say, hey, you know what? No knee stomps. Gentleman's agreement, no knee stomps. Cool, no knee stomps.
I don't think most fighters would care if they knew going in.
Daniel Cormier said something interesting. He's like, it's our job to learn how to defend it correctly.
Yeah.
You know what also sucks? Neck cranks.
Yeah.
You can break their jaw. We talked about it the other day at the gym. People would talk about like, oh, Connor tapped to Khabib. It's like, yeah, bro, he's going to break his jaw in the next probably 3 to 5 seconds. Yeah, he's tapping.
Yeah.
He didn't have to be under the chin. He's just going to break his jaw. We're talking about all these violent things, but it's like, that's too dangerous.
Can't do that one, though.
That's fine. Hey, that was our soapbox for 20 minutes. That was fun.
There you go. Should we break down this card?
Yeah. But anyways, I'll be really interested to see what the World Fight League has to offer. They said by 2023. I think it's going to flop. Remember when the XFL was going to be like the new thing in football in America? Yeah, I think it's going to last about a year or two.
And if it doesn't,
competition's good.
Great.
Like I think actually the PFL is doing a better job than Bellator of trying to rise to be actual competition for the UFC.
PFL's putting it together. They have a good,
and competition is good.
Model.
It makes everybody get better. And if people can offer a business venture or a business model that works, it will eventually force the UFC to pay their fighters more money.
I think people like that tournament style structure.
I freaking love it.
I think they love it.
I do too.
Because nobody really knows the fighters in the PFL. Obviously we do. We know Clay Collard, we know Anthony Pettis, we know some of these guys, but they don't really have these like big names. Kayla Harrison, I guess.
She was only big like this year.
Yeah, but that tournament style I like it. I love it. It keeps me entertained. Keeps me watching. All right. Should we break down this card?
Yeah.
Is your ADD taking over?
No, Jorge Masvidal was just tweeting at Jake Paul.
Let's go back. Rewind. Let's go back to our soapbox again. Why is Leon Edwards not fighting Jorge? You get pieced up backstage in London.
Your home country.
Your home country. And you don't want to fight this guy? Not only that. Jorge gets knocked out. He got knocked out his last fight, right? Like, we know.
5 the pound for pound best fighter in the world.
But I guarantee you, if you put Jorge on a pay-per-view and you put Usman on the pay-per-view, Jorge's getting more buys.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Maybe it's probably closer now than it was a year ago.
I don't think so, dude.
I still think Jorge's.
I think Connor's the biggest draw in the UFC still, which is weird.
I think that's slowly coming down now.
I think it's coming down, but I think Jorge's number 2, and I think the Diaz brothers are right behind him in 3, 4.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
By the way, Nick Diaz will sell more pay-per-views than anybody else on that stacked card.
It's crazy, isn't it? Crazy.
Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler, one of the best fights that we've ever seen 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the talk of the week.
Something tells me Leon is not going to be fighting for a title.
Guess what number Leon is on the most watched list?
How many fighters are there in the UFC?
Yeah, I mean he's down. He's not even in the top 100. He's not even the top 100.
I want to see him fight because
he's great.
I like him.
He's really good.
But I'm not. If my wife wants to go out to dinner that night, we're going out to dinner and eating, and I'm not watching that fight. Let's just put it that way. He's not one of those guys where I'm like, babe, we got to watch this fight. We have to watch this fight. So we went. Funny story. So last Saturday, I'm like, I come out of the room. It's dinner time. I'm like, hey, babe, let's go out to dinner. And she's like, there's no fights tonight, is there?
Yeah. I'm not even talking about mine.
You just enjoy the damn dinner, woman.
Wow.
I'm sleeping on the couch tonight. Wow. I am sleeping on the couch tonight.
Luckily, she doesn't watch the podcast like Hillary does.
Oh, I'm sure Hillary's texting her, though, so
okay.
I'll hear about it.
Okay. Great. That's great.
Oh, man. This is crazy.
What are you doing here, bro?
Let's break this down. All right.
Let's do it.
UFC Vegas 37. First fight of the night. We have Emily Whitmire against Hannah Goldie. Whitmire is 4-4. She stands 5'5" with a 63-inch reach. Hannah 24K Goldie is 5'2". She stands 5'4" with a 61-inch reach.
Who do you like?
Well, I'm going to stick with my usually on these coin flip fights, I usually like to go with the underdog. So I'm taking the plus money, and I'm going to go with Goldie on this one.
Is she plus money?
Yes, she is.
Cool. Because I'm on Goldie too. And little preview is
Let me just double check the updated odds.
She might be on a DraftKings lineup later.
Yeah, I like Goldie a lot. She's quick turnaround too for her because she just fought.
But she fought at
a month ago.
Yeah, in the lower weight class. She fought at 115, and this is at 125. I like her better at 125. I think she depleted herself quite a bit to get down to 115. I mean, dude, she's yoked.
She's a big ball of muscle.
And I think her power and athleticism and kind of her pit bull mentality of coming forward, I think that gives Emily Whitmire problems. And I think she gets handed her walking papers and drops to 4-5 after this fight, unfortunately.
I concur. I'll take the dog money all day long. Next up. What do we got next up? Next up in the bantamweight division, we have Gustavo Lopez versus Heli Alatang, the Mongolian Knight. Do you think he's related to Genghis Khan?
Gotta be.
I think he is.
Gotta be.
What's the percentage of people that's like, there's like a certain percentage of people that have his DNA in him? Crazy.
So crazy.
Gustavo Lopez is 12-6. He is 5'5" with a 67-inch reach, and Aletang is 14-8-1. He stands 5'5" with a 66.5-inch reach. I think we're both pretty much on agreement with this one. Gustavo Lopez trains out of Extreme Couture. You and I actually got to watch him train with Aleko a couple weeks ago. Got to meet him. He talked super nice to us, and we're all in on Gustavo Lopez, baby.
Yeah, I not only all in on him. If you look at his quality of competition, like in what the successes he was able to have against Adrian Yanez,
great fight with Adrian Yanez.
That was the fight to me that goes, okay, because dude, he hung with Yanez about as good as anybody has.
Even that short notice fight he took with Merab, it went to a decision.
Yeah,
that's a short notice fight. He had to cut a ton of weight. We actually talked about that with him. He rear naked chose Burchard, which is a good win. I mean, not just because we got to meet the guy, but I was on him anyways.
Yeah.
Now we just need to get him on the podcast.
Gustavo, Goose, after this big win, come on to the podcast. All right. Next up, we are 2 for 2 in agreement so far. In the welterweight division, we have Impa Casaglia against Carlston Harris. Impa is 9-1. He stands 5'11" with a 75-inch reach. Harris is 16-4. He stands 6 foot tall with a 76-inch reach. Man, he's a pretty big 170er. He's about as tall as you, right? Who?
That's you. That's your height. 5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah. They're both. I mean, I like Impa in this fight. I know on these coin flips we kind of tend to go with the underdog, but I actually think Impa is superior on the ground. He gets this fight on the ground. I think Harris is in a big world of trouble, and I think Impa's good enough on the feet that he can have some success there too. But I think that's where it's more of a even match. I think Impa gets this fight to the ground and either controls him, submits him, or ground and pounds him.
I like Impa on this one too. I like that he's over at Sanford MMA. He's the younger fighter. I think he gets it done. I think you might even see a finish in this fight too.
Yeah.
Next up I'm just going to move this over here. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm putting my laptop on my lap. I'm so used to doing this from the house, and I got 18 screens in front of me.
Do you have 18?
Do I have what?
Do you have 18?
18.
18 screens.
No, I have 3.
Okay.
I just really wanted to emphasize that I have a lot of screens.
Okay.
Next up in the women's flyweight division, we have Erin Blanchfield against Sarah Alpar. Cold-blooded is 6-1. She stands 5'4" with a 68-inch reach. Too Sweet, 9-5. She stands 5'4" with a 63-inch reach. A lot of hype on Blanchfield.
Cold-blooded all day. There's a reason why she's minus 400. She's supposed to be like the next star, next female fighter that's going to, be a big name. We've seen a couple of those hype trains kind of shut down lately with the females. I feel people are a little too eager to get behind some of those.
Yeah.
But I think this is a good spot for Erin Blanchfield. Never been really super impressed with Sarah Alpar. And, I think that Erin Blanchfield, I think she will trip up here soon in the UFC, but not this one.
From a betting standpoint,
I'm not touching.
I don't like the odds.
I'm not touching.
But for me picking the fight, I'm on Blanchfield on this one. We were talking about it before we went live. I really liked the inside of the distance at plus money when I saw it, but then when I watched the face-offs, Partridge pretty big. She looks pretty strong. I don't see her getting finished. So, but the pick is Blanchfield.
100%.
Next up, in the bantamweight division, we got Montel Jackson against Jp Baze. Did I say his name right? It's Baze, right? Baze. Yeah, I keep messing that up. Jackson is 10-2. He stands 5'10" with a 75.5-inch reach. Baze is 9-3. He stands 5'5" with a 67-inch reach. The young savage. Montel Quick's a big freaking bantamweight, man.
Montel smokes him.
Smokes him.
Sorry, JP. I like you. Your wife. Like, I'm a fan of you guys. Like, I think it'd be great if you guys like had success together, and that'd be a really cool story. But not tonight, homeboy. Dude, I don't even know what the matchmakers are doing with this one. This is kind of a lopsided. This is like on different trajectories and everything. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, they're kind of doing Baze a little dirty in this
one.
They're doing him dirty. The pick is Montel Jackson in this one.
All day.
And he may even get the finish. All right. Next up, we have Zhu Rong against Brandon Jenkins in the lightweight division. Rong is 17-4. He stands 5'9" with a 71-inch reach. Jenkins, the human highlight reel, 15-7. He stands 6 foot tall with a 72-inch reach. Jenkins coming in as a short notice, right?
For your boy Dakota Bush.
For Dakota Harry Bush, the best fight name in the game.
It is not the best fight name in the game.
What's the best fight?
Andre Touchy-Feely.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'm not going to argue that.
Who's the better fighter?
Touchy-Feely.
Touchy-Feely. All day, every day. What's up, Jackson?
Benny Misweed. Oh, he's just rambling.
He's just Jackson being Jackson.
Jackson with the Hershey syrup thing going into the gym. Great video, Jackson.
He does a lot of good videos.
Yeah.
Anybody you want a good time, go follow Jackson Hoops.
So everybody,
I hope he gets bombarded with friend requests.
Yeah.
He'll be so angry. No, I actually like Brandon Jenkins as the underdog in this fight. Plus 240, little upset alert, dog alert, short notice fight.
I don't hate it. I really don't hate it at all.
I think Zhu Wong is getting a little bit too much love.
He's getting a lot of. Do you think it's because he's only had one fight in the UFC? He lost his last fight.
Yep.
Yeah, he lost his first fight.
Brandon Jenkins coming off of a PFL win, off of a flying knee. Brandon Jenkins.
If you're a betting man, I don't know how you can't take a shot at those odds.
I got a little on Jenkins here.
I want to disagree. I really want to disagree with you, but I can't.
I thought we were going to disagree, bro.
Not yet. Probably not.
Maybe if you're doing it for like sports betting purposes, like half a unit on it, just a little.
You got to sprinkle a little.
Just a little.
You got to sprinkle a little on Jenkins, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, we're still in the prelims. Next up in the bantamweight, Pannie Kianzad against Raquel Pennington. Pannie is 15-5. She stands 5'7" with a 66-inch reach. Pennington, 11-8. She stands 5'7" with a 67.5-inch reach. I think we were both in agreement on this one too.
Man, I'm a big fan of Pannie. I like her fighting style. She's tough. She has nice boxing. She's strong for the weight class. She has a big frame, which isn't really usually a good compliment for females, but for female fighters, it's a great compliment. Durable and real technical boxing. She has a beautiful jab. The one thing I was looking at is I was like, man, Pennington might be a little bit better version of Pannie of what Pannie likes to do. She gets in those brawls and stuff. But then I was looking at Raquel. Is there a chance she's getting to the end of the road?
When I first saw this matchup, I like Pannie because of that. I think the trajectory. I think one's kind of on the way up.
Yeah,
she's on a 4-fight win streak. Pannie is.
Yeah,
and at that bantamweight division, how many women have rattled off 4 straight wins? I don't know any right off the top of my head.
Well, I think people lose on purpose because nobody wants to fight a man.
Nobody wants to fight me. I love it.
Time out real quick. Did you hear Juliana Pena go off on Nunez and saying that she faked COVID to not fight her? Oh, she's no. Go listen to her on Ariel. It's great.
Stop it.
It's great. I think she actually believes it. So good for her.
Ariel. But does anybody even listen to Ariel's show?
Excuse me. No, he's a weenie. For the record, I think Ariel's a weenie. So, no, I'm on Pannie too. You get a little plus money there. I don't hate it. That's another underdog.
Yeah, I'm all. I like Pannie in this one too. Next up, this is the last fight on the prelims. Stefan Chuqui against Mike Rodriguez. Stefan is sporting a 5-1 record. He is 6 foot tall with a 77-inch reach. Mike Slow Rodriguez. That's a weird nickname. Slow. Would you want your fight name to be Slow?
No.
Hey, before we continue breaking this down, can we do a poll on your walkout song?
No, I'm not.
I want to pick it. I'm not
leaving my walkout song to you guys.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to save energy, get you a little calmer. Stay in the moment.
You ever watch Anger Management?
No.
You ever watch that movie with Adam Sandler? And
it's been a long time.
I go.
Oh, Hunter picks as well. Okay, I can't go against Hunter.
Yeah.
I'll just call Hillary and tell her what to tell Hunter. I get some great walkout song, dude. You're gonna get everybody fired up. Just saying.
You wanted me to walk out to Sweet Caroline.
That would have been fun. People like it. It's the stupidest song in the world, but people love it. Everybody loves it.
The build-up. I'd have to be behind that curtain, my song playing for about 50 seconds.
Dude, the whole crowd would be singing. It'd be going nuts. I'm all about the fans, bro. I'm all about the fans.
Yeah, well, I usually am, except when I'm fighting. Then it's about me.
It's true. You're the one getting the punch in the face. I'm just out there cheering.
I'll tell you what, Jason. You take a fight and you can walk out to whatever you want, bro. You walk out to whatever you want. You can walk out to Sweet Caroline. You can walk out to Boys to Men. You could walk out to some. You know what? I see you like walking out to Shakira. Something like that.
Do a little hips
don't lie.
Yeah, I could do that. We'll think on that.
We'll think on that. Maybe Hunter can come on the podcast
and pick and then help pick. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Hunter is gonna come on and pick Zack's walkout song. Mike Slow Rodriguez is 11-6. He stands 6'4" with an 82.5-inch reach. So Rodriguez, he's the bigger fighter, a little bit older, got about a 5.5-inch reach advantage, about 4 inches taller. What do you like in this one?
So you almost had me talked into Rodriguez.
Yeah, what happened?
I went and looked at it, and he kind of gets finished a lot.
But does he really? Does the Ed Herman one count? Because that's a win. He won that fight. That was bullshit.
That was some BS. But Vanilla Marquez wasn't. Dan Yun Jung wasn't. Devin Clark. I mean, he's a 500 fighter. Like, that's what he is. And Stefan, I know he has the more experience. Stefan is, I just think he's a powerhouse. And I think he knocks him out.
I am going to agree again.
I thought you were on Mike Ruddy. Jason.
Yeah. If I wouldn't have watched
the
weigh-ins, and I was like,
Stefan's ginormous,
dude. Man. I think if he just
could you imagine getting punched by that guy?
No, I don't want to get punched.
Forget all that.
I don't want to get punched at all. Next up, the main card, middleweight division. You got Quinn Buckley against Antonio Arroyo. Buckley is 12-4. He stands 5'10" with a 76-inch reach. Arroyo 9-4. He stands 6'3" with a 73.5-inch reach. Buckley coming off a loss. They're both coming off of losses. Dude, Arroyo lost to Deron Wynn. I'm all in on Buckley. Bet the house on Buckley. Arroyo lost to Deron Wynn.
I know.
Mini DC.
I know. Hey, remember, Arroyo fought and fierce in Tooele.
Oh, that's right. I guess.
And I would love to go with him on that. But I remember him too. I remember I talked so much about like, you can't lose to this guy. He's basically a midget. No disrespect to Deron Wynn. Because wrestler, he's wrestling coach with DC. Like, he's tough. He's gritty, good wrestling pedigree. But, bro, he's like 5'6", fighting at 185 pounds. And it's like, bro, what are we doing here? Right? 5'6", 185. Yeah. It's like, what are we doing? And Arroyo looks like this giant man.
Oh, yeah. 6'3".
6'3" against 5. I think he's really 5'8".
He might be 5'8".
But he looks like he's like 5'6".
He's 5'6".
He is 5'6".
He's 5'6".
Okay, so he's 5'6", 185 pounds.
Dude, he looks like a monster in his Tapology picture.
Dude, he is a monster. Dude, he's beating 6'3" giants at 185 pounds. Dude, seriously, I'd fight Deron Wynn, and I'd be like, I wouldn't be afraid to fight him. But I mean, he probably, I'm not probably, he 100% beat me. He'd just take me down and ragdoll me, But the whole like Big Brother move where you just stick your hand out on his forehead might work for half a round. He's 5'6", bro. What are you doing? So guess what? So if he's good enough to beat him, guess what? A full-size man that's 6 foot can do. 5'10".
What's crazy?
I'm all in on Buckley. You know what, man? I wasn't that big on Buckley before, but now that
but hold up. Because I'm all in on Buckley too. But Buckley's not a big 185er.
No, he's not. He's actually somebody that he carries a lot of muscle.
Yeah. I mean, if you're comparing him to like the upper echelon guys, like an Izzy, Robert Whitaker, he's not a big 185er.
Well, apparently you can be a midget at 185 and have success. Sorry, not midget, little people.
Little people,
my bad.
Don't get us canceled.
Oh, Ammon. Where's my hoodie? It's coming, Ammon. It's coming. We're getting them printed.
I'm bringing it tomorrow. He's going to be at the fights?
Yeah, I'm sure Ammon's going to be at the fights with Cole.
I got it. What size, Ammon?
Medium. I got it.
Medium?
Yeah. We got you, Ammon. Don't worry. I didn't forget about you.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't. Ammon, I don't know if you saw, but I'm fighting October 23rd. I think I texted you. So
FYI, I'm 5'6".
Yeah, but the difference is, Ammon, you're not trying to fight in the UFC at 185 pounds, dog.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Next up in the bantamweight division, Nate Maness.
No. I'm clarifying here. If you're 5'6" at fighting at 135, 145 pounds,
yeah,
okay, cool.
185.
185. You know who fights at 185 pounds? Izzy. He's 6'4".
Yeah,
he's 10 inches taller.
Oh man,
you can't. It's because here's the thing. How tall is Joey Benavidez?
Probably 5'6".
Like 5'4",
maybe 5'4", yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Never called him a midget. He's proportionate to his weight class.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. Ammon, you are proportionate for your weight class. That's
Absolutely.
what we're trying
Ammon
to say.
Kills it.
Dude, his videos,
his
freaking little kicks he's throwing.
I like
Ammon's got this like style too, where it's just kind of like he bounces around, boom, boom, he throws a jab out there. I like it.
It's nice.
Anyways, Nate Maness, bantamweight division. Nate Maness versus Tony Gravely. Maness is 13-1. He stands 5'10" with a 72-inch reach. Gravely is 21-6. He stands 5'5" with a 69-inch reach. Both guys on a little win streak. Gravely's coming off a 2-fight win streak, and Maness coming off a 3-fight win streak. And he's won his last 2 in the UFC. Johnny Munoz Jr., and he just beat Luke Sanders 9 months ago. What you like in this one?
Well, I mean, we watched our boy James Lynch's breakdown, and we were all in agreement here.
Yeah.
We can't figure out why Maness is an underdog. Like, what are we missing? It's actually making me pump the brakes on wanting to make it one of my official bets. I am picking Maness because I think he's the better fighter. But what are we missing here?
You know what? Just for the sake of disagreeing on the podcast, I don't want to I wouldn't bet this fight because I think Gravely at minus 220 is way too steep. But I'm going to pick Gravely on the podcast.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to pick Gravely. I'm going to pick Gravely.
You talked me into You talked me into Manus.
I know, but I want to disagree with you. So you can't pick Gravely. You have to pick Manus. It's just the way it goes, bro.
Well, now Manus is off my.
I'm
picking him. Like you just
Vegas just doesn't throw out minus 220 odds.
You just ruined everything. Vegas does absolutely. They do that. Sometimes
they
whenever the Cowboys are favored minus 220, they shouldn't be.
But not with two guys that have UFC experience
or the Raiders.
I told you the Raiders, by the way.
You're a chump.
I did tell you the Raiders.
Stupid.
Cody, I told him the Raiders.
Cody, you know what? Cody Bunderson and all you Raiders lovers. You know what?
That was a great game, though.
Okay, it was a great game. I'd still rather be a Lions fan and never win anything than be a Raiders fan and win one stupid game because Lamar Jackson can't hold on to the freaking ball. Okay?
Oh, man. How about last night? Was it last night?
That was fun.
Oh,
that was really fun.
I walk out to go take my night meds.
Oh, he missed.
Right after he missed, and I'm like, fire that guy. And you're like, huh? I didn't realize that there was a penalty, and he re-kicked it, and he made it until I walked back inside. So, yeah. Oops. For the record, I did say the Giants on that too. I thought they would cover.
What?
Just saying.
You were on the Redskins. Get out of here.
But did I not say I thought the Giants would at least cover the 3.5?
You flip-flop like a BYU fan flipped to a Utah fan after they won the Fiesta Bowl. Seriously, like all my BYU fans.
Did I tell you one of my clients, her husband plays for BYU?
You did. You mentioned that. Yeah. I don't think on the podcast, but you did mention
it. Yeah. It's awesome. Maybe I can get some tickets.
Get us some tickets, dog.
So you're going Manus? Is that where you're going?
Yeah, but now I'm rethinking my whole everything.
Well, you got time to think about it because we got 4 more to do.
Okay.
I don't think as a betting man, I don't think I'm betting on this fight. Because I think Manus it should be a closer odds, is what I'm saying. I don't think Gravely just comes in there and dominates him. See, Cody, Raiders. That's what I'm talking about, Cody. I told him.
You guys have sucked for 20 years. Your stadium's cooler than your team. And
oh man, I love it.
I really hate this.
All right,
so much. I can't wait for the Broncos. Cody, what bet do you want to make for the broader Broncos Raiders game? What bet? Broncos Raiders.
Hey, I went to a Broncos Raider game, Sunday night game.
That's pretty cool.
Freaking amazing.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Loser, Broncos win. You have to be one of the ring girls for the next Fierce fight. Just for one fight.
Hey, but wait, does he have to wear the bikini like Anna and Jackie do?
Sure.
Just prance around in there in a little bikini.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to see Cody as the ring girl. Actually, for a female fight. So for a certain specific female fight that we know is going to be on the next Fierce card, you get to be the ring boy in a Speedo.
Is the game before that?
I don't know, but that sounds fun.
I like that.
Sounds
I like this. I like where this is going.
You see, let me check the schedule.
How many promoters get in there in a thong and hold up the?
I said Speedo, not a thong.
Oh, okay.
But if Cody, if you want to take it to a thong, it's your show. You do whatever you want, bro.
Don't threaten me.
And I'll tell you what: if the Raiders beat the Broncos, if the Raiders beat the Broncos, Jason will be the ring boy for the next one at a thong.
Why did I get thrown into this?
Because you're like, hey, I thought we were friends. I thought we were co-hosts in this.
This is on you. This is your bet.
No.
All right, we'll start with the next fight.
Things got weird fast.
In the lightweight division, Christos Giagos against Arman Sharukian.
Broncos Raiders, the weekend before the Fierce fights.
Oh man, it's going down. It's going down.
The 2 weekends.
Dude, I don't even know how to pronounce this Arman's Sharukian's fight name.
He wins.
How he wins.
He wins.
Does a Spartan have a chance?
Yeah, I actually think he does. I think the odds are kind of ridiculous.
Plus 550?
That's dumb.
You got to.
Just a little bit. I mean.
Throw a half a unit on it.
Anything.
Crazier stuff has happened.
Crazier stuff has
happened. But I think Arman wins.
I agree.
I'm just not betting that much.
I agree.
Next up in the flyweight division, Manda Baum against Ariane Lipski. Monster is 7-0. She stands 5'6" with a 70-inch reach. Lipski, Queen of Violence, is 13-7. She stands 5'6" with a 67-inch reach. And if I'm not mistaken, Lipski is now over at ATT and not King's MMA.
Yeah, correct.
Per
James
Lynch's podcast. Great information on there. So you got Baum coming in here, making her UFC debut against Lipski, she's kind of fought everybody.
Well, yeah, and she's kind of underperformed her last two fights against Shevchenko and
De La
Rosa, and she got outclassed on her feet. So I think you're going to see her go to the ground, and I would say Lipski by. How about Lipski by submission? What do you think about that?
She does have a wicked submission game. Baum, I like Lipski, but don't be surprised if this is a good fight. Like, Baum's legit. She's got a win on Bellator about a year ago.
11 months off.
11 months off. Lipski's pretty active. I like the experience with Lipski. And yeah, I'm taking the Queen of Violence to bring the violence.
Yeah, I think her experience level is just going to be a little bit too much in this fight.
Next up, co-main event.
Scrambling on Draftkings.
Ian Cutelaba with the best face-offs in UFC history. One of the best. I think Sean O'Connell clearly takes the cake on the face-offs.
Oh, yeah.
But Cutelaba is right up there. Against Devin Clark, Cutelaba, the Hulk, 15-6-1. He stands 6'1" with a 75-inch reach. Devin Clark, Brown Bear, 12-5. He stands 6 foot tall with a 75-inch reach. These guys are pretty much dead even. Cutelaba, slight favorite at -150. Devin Clark coming in the comeback is +130. I'm kind of going back and forth on this one. What do you like on this one? Do you like Cutelaba to get this done, or do you like Brown Bear?
I like the Berserker, dude. He's so crazy. He looked at the weigh-ins like he was having fun with it. He did sprinkled the little, salty, whatever, and then it's his eyes, dude. He just flips the switch. So we saw him at Extreme Couture.
Yeah.
He's the only person that I had zero desire to approach there.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks terrifying all the time. He was trying to beat up the Aerodyne bike while he was doing it. He's just aggressive with everything. I like Ian Cutelaba. I think he's intense. He's a berserker. He gets a little bit sloppy sometimes. Maybe that's not the right word, but he does. He
gets a little, he overcommits to some stuff.
And Devin Clark, I don't know if Devin Clark can match that type of aggression and match that type of power that Cutelaba brings. Devin Clark got ragdolled in his last fight with Anthony Smith.
Anthony Smith did.
And then Alonzo Menfield gassed out. Daquan Townsend, I don't even believe he's in the UFC anymore.
I think he got cut, yeah.
Got submitted by Ryan Spann. He's beaten some okay guys, but loses to anybody that's really good. I don't know if Cutelaba is really good. It's weird. It's kind of a weird fight. I could see it going either way. I'm not all in on Cutelaba, but I'm not putting a bet on it, but I'm picking Cutelaba.
I am going to agree. I'm going to echo everything you just said, but I would caution because I think it could go either way. I'm going to lean Cutelaba, but I wouldn't be surprised if Devin Clark comes out and catches him with something. Catches. Main event, Anthony Smith versus Ryan Spann. Anthony Lionheart Smith, he is 35-16, stands 6'4" with a 76-inch reach. Ryan Superman Spann, 19-6. He stands 6'5" with an 81.5-inch reach. 81.5 inches. It's a big dude. That's a big dude.
I don't even care.
So I just started recently working with a guy that just moved here from New Zealand not too long ago. And he is about 6'5", but he's 312 pounds. It's got to be the biggest human I've ever seen in my life. He's a boxer.
Boxer.
Yeah.
Oh, battery's running low.
Oh, hey, we better plug this bad boy in.
Yeah.
Zack's going to go get his plug before we run out of juice here. Anyways, I started working with this new boxer. Trains down at Wasatch Combat. He's going to be boxing. Watch out for this guy. He's going to be legit. Anthony Smith, Ryan Spann. I kind of went back and forth on this one, but I'm a huge Anthony Smith fan. I think there's just too much experience in this fight. I've heard a couple people talk. I mean, Ryan Spann can crack. I could see him catching him, but when was the last time Anthony Smith has been finished?
Answer is forever ago.
John Jones couldn't put him out. Alexander Racket couldn't put him out. Glover Teixeira finished him in the 5th round. John Jones couldn't finish him. I just said that. Thiago Sanchez finished him in the 2nd round. That was 3 years ago.
He's not getting finished, and I think that's Ryan Spann's path to victory. I am all over Anthony Smith.
Over.
I think he wins, and I think he makes it look easy. How about that?
You think he looks easy? So you're gonna say he makes it look easy?
I think he makes it look easy, Jason.
Well, according to Vegas, fight goes to decision is plus 215. They're thinking this fight ends.
Yeah, I think Anthony Smith finishes him in the 3rd or 4th round.
This is Ryan Spann's first
main event.
5-round main event fight too.
Yeah.
He's never been 5 rounds before, so I love Lionheart's experience. The only way he loses if he gets caught in the 1st or 2nd round. How about that?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I don't think Ryan Smith brings enough weapons or tools or anything. I mean, I think you underestimate, or Pete, not you, but people underestimate Anthony Smith's experience level. Look at who he's fought.
Yeah. I mean,
everybody.
The guy's got 51 professional fights.
He's fought everybody.
Yeah.
It never ceases to amaze me how many people I see, like, who they fought in the regional circuit, and Anthony Smith even pops in. He fought in the regional circuit forever.
Yeah.
He's been in the UFC forever. He's fought in anybody and everybody. You can't tell me Ryan Spann is going to do anything or has something for him that he's not prepared for. If he has an off night, he has an off night.
Yeah. But I didn't like the way Spann looked at the face-offs. I mean, I know he's a little too nonchalant for me. I
did not like the way that he looked at face-offs, but I love the way Anthony Smith.
I love the way, the little head nod. Just Ryan Spann, okay, I get it if you don't want to look at your opponent, like I get that. But then after they split up and kind of how he walked off, it's just kind of maybe a little too relaxed for me. Now, let's just put it that way.
Well,
maybe I'm reading into it, but guess what? It's my podcast and that's what I do. So
it's fair. Fair enough. I'm a big fan of Anthony Smith. So,
all right, we're both on Anthony Smith.
So, what are your bets? What do you like for this card? Like you're throwing down on.
I really like Pannie Kianzad.
Plus 105K.
I like the plus 105.
Yep.
I like Hannah Goldie at plus money.
Yep, that's 1 unit for me as well. Pannie's half a unit for me. Goldie's 1 unit.
I like Gustavo Lopez.
Yep, I like Gustavo Lopez. Maybe 1.5 units.
I haven't quite. I was leaning really heavy until I saw the face-offs on the Blanchfield Alpar fight not going the distance, and I still may throw that in there. But I haven't think my underdog pick, which I think we're both in agreement on, is Brandon Jenkins.
So yeah, I'm half a unit on Jenkins and Pannie, and then Impa, Gustavo Lopez, Goldie. Lopez is probably the best value on the whole card, I think.
I love Lopez.
I think he's a plus. He's plus like 110, 105 to 110.
Yeah, he was.
And I actually think he's the better fighter here. So Pannie, very similar situation. Well, what would a Pannie
on best fight odds? Lopez is plus 112. To me, that's just. I mean, obviously anything can happen, but I'm all over that. All over it.
Mm-hmm.
Was that it? I think that's it for my.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I'm on.
I like Lipsky. Lipsky's another one.
But what's she's heavy favorite,
She's
right?
no, not really. Minus 124. Comeback is plus 106. I actually like Lipsky in this one.
That's not bad.
Let me see what odds are. Goes the distance too heavy. Lipsky by KO. What's Lipsky by submission? Plus 1,000. Isn't she the one that did the nasty knee bar?
The nasty knee bar.
Lipsky by submission at plus 1,000.
That's a nice one.
I don't hate it.
All right. How's this for a DraftKings lineup?
DraftKings. We're going to do DraftKings, and guess what? I'm probably not going to put it in like I do every week. How are we not
sponsored by them yet?
I don't know. We should be.
So I am starting it off with Montel Jackson.
Okay.
He's a lock.
I like it.
He's winning this fight. Yeah. Sorry, JP. Next, I'm throwing Impa in.
Okay. I don't hate it.
Then we're going Gus Lopez.
Yes.
Hannah Goldie.
Okay.
Anthony Smith.
Okay.
Manis. That all fits into your budget perfectly. Surgical, as our boy Trent would say from Book It.
Surgical. What is Armand? Too much money?
Yeah, I mean, you getting rid of Armand. He's the most expensive guy on the board. Let's see.
What if you did put Armand in and Jenkins? What's Jenkins?
Oh.
Now I'm making him think.
So who are you taking away? What if
you take away Impa or Manis?
So if you took away Impa.
Actually, I really like Impa, though, too.
So if you took Impa and took in, I can't even say his name.
Armand? Just call him Armand.
Armand, okay? And then we take out Manis. No, it's not enough.
All right. I like what you got.
Jenkins is 6,700. So he's really, really cheap, actually. Man, I'm kind of thinking we got to weasel Jenkins in there. Okay.
I mean, maybe wrong starts him, but
okay. I got it. No, Manis is still a move.
Okay. I don't hate it.
No, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Manis still fits in there. I don't think Gravely finishes Manis.
I don't think so either.
So that's a big thing for me. Is if I'm going to pick an underdog, I need to pick somebody that can at least get some points when it goes to the distance, right? Okay. So if you can go do the one that I just suggested, or you can go Armin, Anthony Smith, Montel Jackson, Lopez, Manis, Jenkins.
I like it.
Do whatever you like. It's your money.
No, I like it. I like that, actually.
Do whatever you'd like. It's your money.
Hey, if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, Steel Fist Fight Night. If you can't make it live,
or tune in
and hear our voices again.
Shout out to all my teammates that are going to be fighting.
Yeah, you got a couple guys.
Honorary teammate in Fiji. I'm calling him.
He's your honorary teammate.
Yeah, I'm calling him honorary teammate. Fiji's my guy.
I'm just happy that Cole Faust isn't fighting another Marine. Just saying.
And just knock out a dude in Vegas.
Maybe he's a Marine too. I hope he's not, but
he's not. He for sure isn't.
Okay, good. All right. Cole Faust, I'm glad you're not fighting a Marine this time. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Cole's fighting. So for people that don't understand this, everybody saw the title, the poster switch and everything. It got switched because he's fighting a guy that I've heard 0-0 and I've heard 1-0.
Okay.
Or he's had one fight. I don't even know if he won, but I've heard both. Maybe Ryan can tune in on that. And people are like, oh, he looks a little out of shape. Cole's going to kill him, this and that. Agreed. He looks out of shape, and I think Cole's going to kill him. I think Cole's going to kill everybody. I think Cole's pound for pound the best amateur fighter in Utah. Hands down, and I don't even think it's close.
Okay.
Kai Stewart, if you're listening. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Kai.
He's a bare knuckle guy now.
Yeah, I know. Just Kai always likes to beat the Utah guys. That's what he says. But anyways, so all that being said, but holy crap, how you got to give respect to this kid.
Got to give him
because guess what? They called a lot of people in Utah, and nobody wanted that fight.
Yeah, mad short notice this kid,
and this kid's like, "Yep, I'll do it."
I mean,
no fights, one fight, whatever. You're like, "Yeah, I'll go fight your champ at a catch weight of 160 pounds on a week's notice."
I think that dude is now Aldo said that dude backed out, so he's fighting some dude at 170. Oh,
what is happening?
You know what?
Anybody will step in and fight Cole on this short of notice.
Zack will step in there.
I'm not fighting Cole, dude. I fight him twice a week, and I
What's
know
up, Zeke?
exactly how it goes.
Excited for you guys' fight tomorrow night.
It's going to be
Zeke.
fight of the night.
It's
It's the
gonna
one
be-
I'm the most excited for.
I was just telling somebody yesterday about it. I'm like, dude, that is tune into that fight. Zeke and Fiji is going to be a banger. Then again, Aldo is Brazilian, and who knows what he's
You could have lost some things in translation there.
Yeah.
And that very, very well could be. I tease him all the time that he needs a translator for his translating. Like I like to tease Aldo with that. Aldo, your English is great if you're listening. I know he doesn't because he got kicked off Facebook.
He's on TikTok though.
He
sends me TikToks all the time.
Send Aldo your TikTok and he'll send you TikToks constantly.
I hope you have thick skin. Let's just put it that way.
Whatever. It's great.
He said, they're fighting at 170. So Cole's fighting at 170. Is that what you're saying, Ammon? That's your weight, Zach. Fill in, bro. Help your teammate
they're
out.
already fighting. They already fought somebody.
I don't think we're gonna be at the weigh-ins today.
No, I got to train.
We'll see you tomorrow.
I got a fight to train for now.
Zeke, we're both going to be commentating your fights tomorrow night. So I'm excited for your walkout because I know the flag you're going to be repping when you walk out. Simplify.
What?
He's going to have the Marine Corps flag.
You sure?
I'm positive. He's walking out with the Marine Corps flag.
Are you positive? Do you
Zeke,
say he is?
You're walking out with the Marine Corps flag?
What?
He always does. He always has it.
Oh,
Look at
he
his
always
pictures.
does?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
He's walking out.
I thought maybe United States. We could all be united.
He's walking out with the Marine Corps flag. We're not very united right now.
We could be.
Yep. See? Boom.
Yes.
Boom. Fiji said he was going to do a nice thing too. If he won, he said he had a little thing he had scripted out he was going to do for his post-fight thing. I won't say what it is, but we'll let him do it.
So depending. So we have to figure out who does the post-fight interviews too. Do you even think about that?
No, is that us?
Yeah, it's the commentary team that does that.
I don't know. I'll jump in there and do it.
I know you will.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You have to.
Yeah, I'll do it. I don't mind doing it.
You have to. But I get the one hit guys.
I didn't even think about that.
But I get the one hit guys.
Oh, you can have the one hit guys. You can have the one hit guys. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a fun night.
It's gonna be a good night.
Tune in. And what else we got? We got anything else coming? We're firming up our for sponsors for our podcast. We're putting a little package together. If you're interested in being a sponsor on our podcast, we will have some information hopefully within the next week. Very limited space, but we will have something for you guys here very soon.
Absolutely. It's gonna be good.
If you haven't already, go to our YouTube page, click that subscribe button, and have a good weekend. Enjoy the fights.
Enjoy your weekend.
Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.